And we are live, right? Hi to everyone. I know Beverly is around. Good morning to you, Beverly. Very early in the States and Canada, I know, but I thought I'd try and catch everyone before they go to work. And I don't know, I just thought I'd see what had happened because it's always good to try new things, right? So hi to you if you're watching live. Hi to everybody who is watching the upload. Of course, this video goes onto YouTube as an upload pretty much as soon as it's finished anyway. Takes the live chat a few hours to appear, but the video is watchable. So hi to you if you are watching, the upload, the repeat, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, hi Beverly. Hi April. I haven't seen you for a while, April. Nice to see you. Right, well, good morning to you, because I guess it's morning where you guys are, all of you really. Linda B, hello. This is great. There are people out there. This is wonderful. So I'm going to start by just giving you the astrology of the moment as we go live. Hi, Pug Mama. Hi, Elizabeth Hayes. The gang is turning up. This is wonderful. I'm doing this video on Wednesday, the 7th of September, 2022. It doesn't matter if you're watching in the future. You're always drawn to these things at the time that's right for you to see them. So stay tuned, stick around. But right this minute, just for a bit of context, we have had some crazy astrology lately. We are coming up to Mercury retrograde. That's going to be late Friday night in the States and Canada. Here in UK and in Europe, generally speaking, it is going to be on Saturday, but we're very close to Mercury retrograde now. Nothing to fear. Never fear. Mercury retrograde, whatever you do, it teaches good lessons. It's a pain in the behind, but it does teach good lessons. So that's coming up. Today, we have got a really confident day because there is a grand trine between the Moon, Mars, and Mercury. This gives a sense of enthusiasm, cooperation, that kind of thing. So it's a great day to negotiate anything. It's a great day for, generally speaking, making things happen in a positive way. So I thought I'd try and make this happen. Scorpio lady, good morning to you. Oh, I'm glad it finally caught me. I'm glad you're finally here. This is great. I've been trying lots of different times just lately, and half the time the internet doesn't work, but it is buzzing today, so that is good. Meowdy Cat Mama, it's been a while since you joined us on a live, which is probably my fault for being all over the place, but thanks for being here. And Pug Mama, great to see you. Beverly, hope I haven't missed anyone. If I have, hi to you, and I'm sorry about that. So since we started on an astrological kind of a footing, let's do a Moonology card. And this is for you if you're watching, whenever you're watching, whether it's now, whether it's in the future, whatever, this will be the time. This will be the time for you to be seeing this. It really will. Okay. All right. Now then, we have got full moon coming up pretty soon. She is something like 88% full at the moment. And as it happens, what we've got here is a fiery climax approaches. Will the camera focus on it, I wonder? Let's put it right up there. It's actually a card for full moon in Aries, and it's not going to be in Aries, this full moon coming. But a fiery climax approaches, so things are coming up to a head. And in the card, I'm going to have to wait for it to focus again now. Come on, focus, focus. Will it focus? I think it's focused now. We have got Aries the Ram, and it's that ram-like kind of energy. And that is kind of what it's like today. It's a great day for pushing things through. It's a great day for making things happen. So that has got to be good news. Also, for the first time in a live video, I'm going to use this deck today, the Muse Tarot. I've been using it in some of my upload videos, but I've never yet used it in a live because it's kind of a new deck to me. It's been out a few years, but it's a new deck to me. So I've been kind of getting used to it first. And it's a crazy deck. It's the artwork is absolutely beautiful. There is the Queen of Emotions, if you can make that out. I think that's actually focused quite well there. And all the suits in this deck have different names. So what's the Queen of Emotions? She is the Queen of Cups. That's, yeah, and that sort of makes sense, doesn't it? The cups are water sign energy, and the cups are a lot to do with the emotions. So great stuff. Well, Beverly was the first person to join us today. She was here before we even started. So I'm actually going to do a few cards for Beverly at this point, because I know Beverly likes kind of spiritual reading about what's coming up in the time ahead. So I'm going to ask this one for your next sort of week ahead, Beverly, okay? And we'll use the Muse Tarot for this. Wow, kind of nail biting, because I usually use Tarot in Wonderland. I love that deck, and I'll still be using it, most certainly. Hello, Marlene. Yeah, you most certainly can have a card soon. But right now, I'm just going to have a quick shuffle, and we're going to pull 3 cards out for Beverly and see where we get with that. Okay. Right. Okay, that's 1. There's 2. Wow. Okay, I'll tell you what they are in a minute. Right, okay. And there is 3. So I'm going to use my cheat book that came with the deck just to kind of keep in the swing of things. So for you, Beverly, first card out, Knight of Materials. There he is. And what is the suit of materials all about again? I forget. Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. Wow. So we started off with that card for everyone. A fiery climax approaches. Hello, Adrienne, by the way. Nice to see you. Good morning to you. And yes, Elizabeth, I will do you a card very shortly. But yeah, Knight of Materials, Knight of Pentacles. And material success is indicated here, Beverly. It's not the top sort of royal card, but it is really getting there in a big way. So things are moving forward for you quite quickly at the moment. Will that keep happening? Well, who knows? Who knows? I'm sure it will, because the card came up and said it. But we have got the Ace of Emotions for you for the middle of the 3 cards. And this suggests it's going to be kind of an emotional time, basically, you know, because it's the Ace of Emotions means the Ace of Cups. So water sign energy again. Things could be difficult, might not be easy for you, Beverly. I think it's going to be kind of an emotional time, but I think it's emotions on the way to something good. Let's find out with card number 3. Ah, right. Justice from the Major Arcana. So things are coming into balance. That's got to be good news. So that sounds really good to me, Beverly. And in the next week, it looks like great material success, bit of emotion along the way, but things coming into balance, things actually working out. I think that's the best way to put it. Things just work out when you get a spread like that. Excuse me, going out of focus. Hello, Matt on Life. Nice to see you. Guys, if you haven't already, go over and see Matt on Life Tarot. He's a great reader. I love his videos. I watch them. You know, he does stuff by star signs. He's into the astrology side of it as well. But a great reader who works with the spirit world quite closely. Check him out, but maybe not yet. Maybe stay tuned right now and we'll keep going. Now, Marlene asked for a card. I'm going to rest the Muse Tarot up for a minute and I'm going to bring out, or maybe I should say bring back, Tarot in Wonderland, or based on Alice in Wonderland. Okay. Wow. Okay. Card for you, Marlene. Wow, possibly a sense of loss here, but it's all leading somewhere good. You know, everything that we go through that's hard, everything that's emotional and difficult and upsetting, it all leads to somewhere positive in the end. I promise you that. That's been pretty much my experience of life, and I've had some ups and downs. So, Marlene, for you, 3 of Swords. And what's happening in this card, I'm never sure if the raindrops actually show up. Let's bring it up closer and see if it'll focus. But it is definitely raining in this picture when you've got the card physically in front of you. You can see it. And it's like that old song, MacArthur Park, someone left a cake out in the rain. I don't think that I can take it because it took so long to bake it and I'll never have the recipe again. Well, sometimes you've got to move on. Sad as it is, that's just the way it goes. You've got to keep moving on in life, because what's happened here is this cake is ruined, but the rain is going to dissolve the cake. It's not going to dissolve the 3 swords. The 3 swords are all about decisions. They're all about a lot of hard mental work, thinking, but you'll go through that and you will stand as strong as an iron sword by the end of it. In fact, Marlene, you will stand as strong as 3 iron swords by the time all this is over. So take heart, my friend. I'm always a bit sad when I pull this card out to think someone's going through something that's likely to be pretty unhappy. but you're going places, you know. This is kind of, people talk about the calm before the storm. Well, the storm in this card, the Three of Swords, is the storm before the calm. You know what I mean? Things go in different directions sometimes. So that's the way it goes. So love to you, Marlene, from all of us. I hope things aren't going to be, you know, too crazy. But I suspect, actually, in fact, I get a strong feeling that you're in the process of moving on from this upset right now. So it's going places. Hello, Michelle's shining. Excuse me, I must get a cough button. Hello, Michelle's Shining Light Tarot. Great to have you with us. Good morning to you. And as Beverly says, hello, soul family. Yeah, we are a soul family here. We really are. That's how this channel works. Not too many subscribers, and I've stopped trying to kind of be a massive channel. I did try, but this is great. We're a small family, and we sort of get to know each other, and we send healing to each other. And there's a lot of love about and a lot of light about, which has got to be great. Okay, so let me see. Adrienne is here. Who have I missed? I bet I've missed people. Vixen Doe, hi. Hi, Vixen. Thanks for coming on in today. And I saw someone else just there. Can't see them now, but there we go. Elizabeth Hayes did ask for a card, I believe. I'm just going to scroll up and see where you put that. Someone asked for a card. I've done one for Marlene. If you ask for a card and I don't see it, please just type your request in. Okay, I've found Elizabeth's now. Here we go. So, Elizabeth, great to have you with us. Can I have a card for September, please? Most certainly you can, my friend. I am being told to do you an oracle card from the Keepers of the Light. Wonderful deck by Kyle Gray. It's been doing the rounds for a few years now, but it is one of the newer ones, which is always pretty good news. Okay. Yes, indeed, Adrian. I mentioned that at the beginning, but I will actually come to that. I've got my astrology notes here, so I'm going to do a bit about that. As Adrian says, a lot of planets on the way into retrograde. And, of course, the biggie that kind of gets into everybody's life in quite a big way usually is Mercury retrograde. And that is coming up late Friday in the States and Canada. Here in Europe, it's going to be a Saturday thing because it's just kind of the way it hangs together. Elizabeth Hayes, for the next month, what we have for you is the Holy Spirit. It says expect miracles. And another card fell out, which I shall do for you in a second. This one says, remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. So perhaps the most important one there, Spirit has your back. You know, as long as Spirit has your back, and they've got all of our backs, folks, they really have. We are all loved in Spirit. As long as Spirit's got your back, there's always a way through trouble. There's always a way to achieve what you really want, even if that's your wildest dreams. But remember that only love is real. That is crucial, you know, because that is, you know, love and light is what drives the universe, and all the light comes from love. It is all about love. That is why we have people in the spirit world who, you know, we've maybe known in this life and they've passed away, and that's why they're still there for us. The whole thing operates on love. We are sent into this crazy crucible of a world with the general idea that we'll learn things and we'll be kind of formed in the flames and the fire of it. But remember that only love is real, and it also says miracles will occur naturally. Next one that came out for you, and this is great, Elizabeth. This shows that things are going to be changing in a positive way. This is Melchizedek, and he is all about the law of attraction. Yeah, he's very closely involved with that. Higher learning. You have learned from experience. More inner study is now required to further progress. Okay, now I feel that further progress is going to be happening for you, Elizabeth. I really do. But it's so much of it is the law of attraction, you know, kind of just visualize what you want. Believe you can have it. Believe you can make it happen. Believe that even if it doesn't turn out the way you want, it's going to turn out in a way that's good for you, because it is important to hang on to that. It really is. Because things go well, things go not so well, but we're always on a path to, you know, take us somewhere higher. It's always about going higher and higher. So here we go. Vixen Di will most definitely come to you. I'm just running back a little bit because I know I've missed people. I know I have missed people. But Scorpio lady, your turn now for a card. And what shall we do for a card for Scorpio lady? Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell. We're getting through the decks today already. Only 15 minutes into the show, and we are getting through the decks already. But this is good news. Diversity is always something to celebrate, and we've got lots and lots of that going on at the moment. So let's cut the deck. Right, Scorpio lady, answer the call. What is your soul calling you to do? That's the question. And that's the question to ask yourself. You don't have to tell us. You don't have to say a thing. But ask yourself that question. What is your soul calling you to do? Because, you know, we live this life outwardly in this world, but the soul is always connected through the chakra system, really. It's always connected to the earth star beneath our feet. It's always linked to, I can't remember but there's one above the Stargate chakra. That's it, the one that's above the crown chakra, and that chakra tree runs right through us, and it keeps us in touch. And that's the soul level calling. That's where the soul level is actually calling on you, Scorpio lady. So meditate a bit if you need to, but I suspect you know what you actually want. That's the feeling I get, and I really hope you get it. But answer the call. That's the bottom line. Something's got to change a bit when you get told to answer the call. Something at soul level is calling on you, Scorpio lady. Do your best to make it happen. And even if you don't know what to do, just kind of pray and visualize and believe that it's going to happen, because that is how it's going to go. That is what will happen. And if you visualize and believe, it will happen for the best. Absolutely, for sure. Let's say hello to Cat Mama. I haven't seen you on alive for a while, probably because I've been all over the place. And I recently made contact with the man who supposedly is my biological father. Is he? Okay. Well, at this point, I guess you guys know, and for the new people, welcome to you. I work with spirit guides. I'm a spiritualist medium. I appear in churches around the country of Wales in UK. Been doing that 13 years, which is a nice sort of lucky number. But it's all about spirit guides, you know. And I think actually anybody who works with cards, cartomancy, whether it's tarot, oracle, anything, I'm really pretty sure that everyone's working with spirit guides on that level. Some readers don't regard themselves as mediums, but I do think this is a kind of mediumship, whatever happens. And regulars will know I have several wonderful guides, actually. I'm blessed in that respect. But I'm going to call in Rosalie now, who is very, very good with pendulums. She was a fortune teller in times long gone by, in around Europe, Spain, I believe. She kind of looks Spanish when I see her, and I always ask her to come in and help with the pendulum, because she is great at being quick fire and deadly accurate. Well, not deadly, that's not the word. Okay. Wow. That's me saying deadly accurate. What we're saying, Rosalie, because what it's doing, I'll get a back and a forth for no and a round for yes, and it's going round in a D shape and then cutting back, so it's like yes and no. So what we're saying there? Let's do that one again. Is it yes or no, Rosalie? Come on. Right, okay. Now it's a small yes, so I'm not giving you a direct yes on that, but well, I am. But the message there, what she's telling me now, is that the reason you're not sure about this, right, is that there's something kind of non-committal about him. Now you've made contact with him, it's as if he's not, you know, I think he believes he is your biological father, but there's some kind of uncertainty there with him. So like now you've found out it's a yes, he needs to find out it's a yes too before anything can really go forward and happen in a positive way. Let's do you a card on that as well. Let's go with what we know. Tarot in Wonderland, back with the bunnies, and we'll see what we get. 6 of Wands. Right, this is quite affirmative. Right, the Wands all about fire signs, Leo, Sag, and Aries. So that includes me because I'm a Sag. And the 6 of Wands reminds us to think about the people who helped us to get where we are today in life. Okay, so that really, you know, when you're asking, is someone your biological father? Well, your biological father had a lot to do with whatever happens in your life, and so he's one of these characters here. Let me take a closer look at this. Yeah, he's the guy at the front, really. He's the knight in shining armor, but he looks a bit miserable because he's not really sure whether he's a knight in shining armor or not. But that's his job, that's his role, and it looks to me like it's going to happen. So I'd celebrate with you because I really believe he is your biological father. I've got to just put a bit of a caveat on this, okay? This is for YouTube. I totally believe in everything I say and everything I do. And I know you guys as psychic people will strongly believe in this too. But for YouTube purposes, I've got to say readings are for entertainment purposes only. I can't prove anything physically, okay? But I think that's what you're going to find, Cat Mama. I really do. Now then, we have a new friend. So let us say hello again to Michelle's Shining Light Tarot. Probably worth a visit. I suspect that isn't just a tarot channel of someone who watches tarot. I believe Michelle is going to be a pretty good tarot reader, actually. So maybe click on that button later on after the video. It's easy enough to remember, isn't it? Michelle's Shining Light Tarot. And see what comes for you. I'm actually going to do you 2 cards, Michelle, because like I say, I work with spirit guides. The first thing that came to me, my hand wandered and I put my hand on one deck, but it's an oracle card. So I'm going to do you this card first, and then we're going to pull you a tarot card to go with it. This is from Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell. And this is the Crumbling. And Michelle, as a tarot person, you will no doubt see the huge resemblance between this card and the Tower of Destruction. It's actually called the Crumbling, and it says, what are you clinging on to? So that's one to ask yourself. It's not like being accusatory. It's just ask yourself, are you trying to hang on to something that quite frankly has passed, that quite frankly has gone? It's like that, really. You could never live in this building again, could you? Because it's split in half. But if you look closely, in the gap between the 2 halves of the building, there is a beautiful world out there. And that's what you've actually come out into, Michelle. It might not feel like that yet, but that's where you're headed. That's where things are going. So let's have a quick shuffle and get a tarot card to go with that. And I'm using the Muse Tarot, this is the first time I've used it in a live. I'm kind of getting into it. It's a crazy deck, but very, very powerful images we get here. Okay, right. So this is the 9 of Voices, all about that crumbling, all about that Tower of Destruction energy, the 9 of Voices. And I must just quickly remind myself what the suit of Voices is, because I keep forgetting it's the suit of Swords. Oh, that makes sense, doesn't it? Voices going on. So there's a lot going on in your mind at the moment, Michelle. It's not just any old number. It's the 9 of Swords. So things are pretty complicated for you. And that's why the Tower of Destruction thing is taking as long as it's taking to work out. But the truth is, you can actually solve all these questions. You can get all the answers to these questions. You just need to tackle one thing at a time without worrying about the next thing, because say you've 9 swords, 9 voices. So maybe there's 9 problems, just as an example. There doesn't have to be, but supposing there were 9 big questions, right? If you answer the first question, then there's only 8. So just take them one at a time. Don't necessarily relate them to all the other questions. Just one thing at a time, Michelle, and you'll get there. Things will work. And you're a tarot reader, so you'll know what the 9 of Swords is all about. And maybe you've even got this deck. If you haven't, I'd strongly recommend it. It's my favorite tarot deck that I've got at the moment. Michelle says... What does Michelle say? Yes, today is the first day where I feel relief from the Tower. 4 months. 4 months of Tower. Wow. Feel like a new person. Great. Lots of lessons learned. Excellent. I wish I was as good as you at learning lessons. I try to avoid my lessons for as long as I can. Crazy guy I am. I really am. But that is wonderful. And you're in a better place now. Great. So, those questions, Michelle, just tackle them one at a time and you're going to get there. This is absolutely great. Michelle says, thank you so much. I don't have that deck. Well, thank you for joining us, Michelle. I never kind of try and tell other readers what they should do or what deck they should read, but I really recommend it. It's a wonderful deck. It's been out for quite a long time, but I've only just got it recently, and it's really out there. It has its own take on everything to do with the tarot, which is just great. But thanks for your question, Michelle, and it is great to meet you. And you're saying to me 4 months to learn a lesson, right? And your spirit guide's been putting the work in. Great. I'm so glad when people are aware of their spirit guides, because I'm sure Michelle would tell you as well as I will. When you think, oh, I might get a tarot deck, I'll have a look at that, you kind of think that's your own decision. You think that's your own thing. And it is, but at the same time, it is spirit guides who want to work with you. That's the bottom line. And that is always the case. I'm sure of that. I really am. Okay. Hello, Ron. Unconditional love. Nice to see you. Nice to have you with us. And Adrienne is participating intermittently on her way to work. So please moderate when you are able. Great stuff. Well, I'll take this opportunity to thank all my moderators, actually, because I could not do this without you guys. You are wonderful and you do a great job. So thanks so much. So let me just do a bit of scrolling up and down, because I bet I've missed someone's question here. Right. Going to go to Gina M. But I'm just going to very quickly go to April as well. April is asking, Andy, who and what is the Council of Light, please? I must admit, I don't know a hell of a lot about this, April, but what I do know is that in the Native American culture, okay, as they tune into their own spirit guides, it's that they call their guides the grandfathers, and the grandfathers are a council that meet in a great teepee up in the heavens somewhere and look after everybody. The Council of Light is very much like that. They're about trying to help people, and it is council rather than counsel. I'm sure they would send you a good counselor if you needed one, but it is a council. They kind of make decisions. They help people, basically, and they organize things in a way that's best for everybody. You might really need something to be sorted out, and there might be someone else who really needs something to be sorted out first, and they'll kind of decide who's the priority, and they'll sort one thing out first, because they'll know that by sorting one thing out, another thing will sort itself out. And they know you, they care about you, they send you love, and they basically want to help. They're just they're sort of the boss guys. That's the way I think of them anyway, really. So Gina M, can I have a card for my finances for the winter? You know what I mean, due to the fuel, heating prices, etc. Yeah, I totally get that. I have bought 80 gallons of kerosene during the summer. And when I went shopping for this, everybody in the shops thought I was mad because I was buying gallons and gallons of kerosene in May. But I just kept buying kerosene because I knew it was going to go crazy this winter. Not going to get into politics, but, a lot of this has got to do with politics. Okay. Going to do you a tarot card first, Gina. Let's see where we get with that. Right, okay. Dropping it now. Oh, come here. Sorry. You know what it's like with cards. They spill all over the place, don't they? King of Pentacles. Right, now that does suggest that finances are going to be good, Gina. King of Pentacles. And if we look at the image on this card, he's got his table set out because the King of Pentacles loves the good things in life, the finer things in life, good food, good drink. And he also loves good company, but there's no one there to share his feast at the moment, right? So just by being the King of Pentacles, it's showing that, finances are going to be okay, but you're going to be invited to eat at other people's tables from time to time. You're also, I'm being told, you're going to be in a situation where you get warm for free. There's some kind of work you do. It's not like going to a warm bank, but there's something you do that's going to take you into a warm place where you don't have to pay for the heating, Gina. That's what's going on there. All right, so King of Pentacles for finances. It doesn't get much better than that, my friend. It really doesn't. Let us pull you an oracle card as well. I'm being told Moonology this time. And this is, believe it or not, about your finances for the winter. Wow, okay. Gibbous Moon, you're very close to achieving your goal. There it is. I'll bring it in and hope the camera focuses. But that's what it says. You're very close to achieving your goal. And we do have a gibbous moon at the moment. It's going to be full moon very, very soon. So, Gina, I hope that helps you. I wish you well with that. I wish everyone well with that. It is a real difficult winter. I'm just going to quickly do something Adrienne mentioned earlier. And I've got it in my book. I've actually just dropped the book and lost the page. So if you'll bear with me a second. Retrograde planets, page 31. Let's flick over to page 31 and see what it says. But there is a lot of retrograde action going on at the moment, basically. We do have Mercury retrograde coming up on Friday in the States and Canada, early hours of Saturday here in Western Europe. So it's going to go. Where is page 31, though? Wow. Okay. Excuse me a minute. I've just got to focus on the book and find the pages. Here we go. Right. Okay. Retrograde planets. Okay. So at the moment, where are we? September. Right. I mean, very soon we've got Mercury retrograde, as I said. And then we have got Mars is going retrograde later on in October. We have got Saturn retrograde at the moment. We have got Jupiter retrograde at the moment, so there's a lot going on. Also, we have Pluto retrograde, Neptune retrograde. The list is endless, just loads and loads of planets going retrograde. The good news is that by January of next year, everything is absolutely straight on. There's nothing retrograde then. We just got to get through this time. And retrogrades, they're kind of smoke and mirrors, really. You get to know about the retrogrades and what they mean, but they're always, a force essentially for good in the long run, whatever's going on. Not every retrograde is a bad thing. Some planets are actually just a bit more like themselves when they're retrograde, but everyone panics about Mercury retrograde, and that is what we're coming up against at the moment. You'll be seeing things happening already around Mercury retrograde. And Matt says Mercury retro has already hit my brain hard. It has been hitting mine as well. I've got a headache with it. I really have. And Mercury retrograde's weird like that. Okay, it hasn't effectively started yet, but we are very much in the run up to it. There is a post shadow and a pre-shadow, and we're in the pre-shadow now because Mercury is going along, in its usual left to right direction, or whatever's the right way. And right now it's slowing down and it's barely moving at all, and then it stops. And that's Mercury retrograde station, and that is when Mercury retrograde starts. But we've already had about 2-3 weeks of Mercury slowing down, so we do feel it. And of course, it affects everything to do with communication, and that can be travel, transport, it can be buying a pen, it can be buying a pair of shoes, anything that enables you to communicate. And I've known my car to blow up a week before Mercury retrograde. It's just crazy like that. But the good news is we come to the other end of it, and then we have the post shadow as Mercury is speeding up, and then we learn the lessons. That's when it sort of becomes obvious why Mercury retrograde was showing us what it showed us. And most people are pretty grateful once they realize that, because it can be a force for good. It usually is a force for good. But yeah, hammering your brain, Matt, hammering mine as well. I was all over the place yesterday. I really was. And Gina, you got storage heating. I kind of get it, I know that's not such an expensive thing as it used to be. I have storage heaters in this house, which are disconnected, and I got a coal furnace, coal and log furnace that does all the heating in here now, because I'm surrounded by trees, massive great forests all around the house. Very grounding, very blessed to have those actually. But the great thing about it is that without having to cut any trees down at all, when we get a storm, loads of them fall over and I can cut them up and burn them for free. So That's how I handle it. No doubt the dead tree police will catch up with me at some point and put a stop to it. But hey, that's life. Hello, Cheryl. Cheryl Campos is with us. Michelle, how long is the retrograde, you ask? I'm going to bring it up on another screen. I don't think this will make this one go dead, actually. Okay. Just type this one in and we'll get there. I strongly recommend this page, friends. I don't actually know how to show it to you, but it's always right there with the Mercury retrograde. It's just loading now. And if you type in astrologyhoroscopereadings.com, I will type it in actually, because it's a long one there. Astrologyhoroscopes.com, all one word. Here it comes. There you go. It says it's on the chat screen now. If you go there, they always have really good details of all the Mercury retrogrades. It's kind of for the year ahead, and then next year they put up another one. So let's look at this one. Okay, September 2022, Mercury retrograde in Libra. Okay, so Mercury retrograde proper, the 9th or the 10th here in Europe, and the chart I'm looking at is set to Europe because I'm not using a VPN at this point. And it actually goes on right until the 2nd of October is when Mercury stations direct again. That's when it's actually going in the right direction. And then we get the post shadow until the 5th of October. And then there's no more Mercury retrograde until the 29th of December. But early January, everything is all sorted out and it's going to be good then. So there we go. That is what's happening with that. Hello, Elizabeth Hayes, by the way. Okay. I'm willing to bet I've missed loads of questions here. Hello, Ragdon. I haven't seen you for a while. Great on you. With us on the last one, weren't you? I'm so forgetful. Ragdon, lovely to see you. Any card on this? Will I be able to buy this house number 413, please? Must be a big place to have 413 houses in it. Oh, that's a UK perspective, probably different in the States. But okay, my hand just instinctively reached out and was guided to Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell. So that's where we'll go with this one. Okay. Yeah, I think this is a yes. I'll do a pendulum to find out a bit more about that. Hope that's showing up. It looks kind of whited out on the screen. This card says, trust your path. And then it says, if you knew you would be supported, what would you do? And in other words, really, Ragdon, as you're worrying about this, it's because you don't really know for sure if it's going to happen or not. But 13 is a real good lucky number, believe me. A lot of people fear 13, but there's a lot of luck involved with it. And that's why people fear it. The Christian churches, as we were coming out of pagan times, really went dead against anything pagan. And as a 13, very unlucky because it's leading you away from paying money to the church, you see, because it's evil. But it's not. It's a real positive number. Okay, so that's looking very positive. Trust your path. Your path is going to take you there. That's what I'm feeling. Let's ask Rosalie to come in with the pendulum again, please, if you would, darling. And we'll see what happens. Will Ragdon be able to buy this house number 413, please? Okay, started as a small yes, and it's growing bigger as a yes, but no back and forth there. So I'm pretty sure that's a yes, Ragdon. I really do think that. We all wish you well with that, I'm sure, and I think it's going to be positive. So wishing you every blessing there, and I do believe it's actually going to go forward and happen the way you hope it is. Really. Okay. Okay, sorry to go quiet, but when I'm talking, I miss what's going on in the chat, and I don't want to miss people's questions. I don't want to miss anything, but I don't want to miss people's questions, particularly. Amy 17, card, please. Okay, very wise question, actually, because very often You know, you ask a specific question of a reader, and at the spirit guide level, the spirit guides might actually answer a different question, which might seem crazy, but that crazy different answer eventually leads you to knowing the answer to the first question you asked. Okay, right. Rackdon says, so many good people here, very good energy here. I totally agree. You know, I feel great when I come on to do these. It's like a bath of love and light. It really is wonderful. For you, Amy, card number 18 from the Major Arcana. And as you can see, it is the moon. With this card, of course, there is always a suggestion that you may be being drawn by a false light. But it's not that simple. You know, everything that happens with the moon in astrology is very powerful. But the sun is essentially the boss because all the light that reflects off the moon is sunlight. So what you're seeing, Amy, at the moment in your life, as you look around you and take stock of things in life, it may not be exactly everything it seems, but there is some truth in there. There is definitely some truth in there. In this card, and I know it whites out a lot in this screen, but I hope you could read it. I can usually read them when I watch the videos back. I think it's my screen. But we've got this kind of goddess kind of lady staring at the moon and two people at either side of her. And they're not so much staring at the moon. They're kind of, you know, they're hiding away from it because the moonlight is very strong, you know. So that's the only real problem, you know. It's also, it's a blood moon or a super moon, really, because it's a very red moon in this card. So really, really powerful energy behind whatever it is that feels like an illusion. It could very well be an illusion, actually, but I'm going to add in a moonology card to get some clarity on this, because the moon is one of those things, you know, as a card in tarot, it really can go either way in quite a big fashion. Card I've brought out for you to explain that one, Amy, is this one, and it says, don't let pride get in your way. That is the straight advice. Okay, so right, what we're dealing with here, Amy, I feel sure, because I'm being told this, I'm not just guessing it, is that you are in a situation where, you know, there is a certain amount of falsity going on around you. Like I said with the moon card, some of it is real. It's just kind of hard for you to follow the path you want to follow, and that's the most important thing. When it says pride getting in your way, it doesn't mean you're like proud and high and mighty person. It just means, you know, you want to be a particular way. You want to keep on being yourself, which is important, but you're in danger of dimming your light to fit in. You know what I mean? One of my cards in one of my decks says, don't dim to fit in. And it's really important not to hide your light just to please other people. And that's what it means by don't let pride get in your way. This is a Leo card, by the way, as well, because it's got the lion on it. And it's really about pushing forward. You know, there's nothing selfish in what you're going to have to do, but it is about putting yourself first, Amy. Okay, do what you feel moved to do, not just what you want to do, but what you feel is right for you and not necessarily for other people. That is so important. I've lost my screen. Let me bring it back. Oh, that's no good. Where's my screen gone? There we go. I pressed the mouse button in the wrong place and something crazy happened there. But that is what I've got for you there, Amy. Okay, so just keep on being Amy. Being Amy is the most important thing for you to do, really. Okay. Vixen Doe. Okay. I'm going to do your question, but I'm going to put this one up first because I didn't know this. It was the church that established the unlucky 13 by attacking and persecuting the Knights Templars on Friday the 13th. I didn't know that. Yeah, you learn something new every day. Thanks for that, Vixen. Right, let me see. Let me see if I can pull you a helpful card. It's not going to be moonology this time, I know that. First, we're going into the Ascended Masters. I'm going to do this through cards because, you know, this is how spirit guides link in when you're doing readings, but I'll give you whatever comes to me as well. Okay. Divine Healing. Okay. And as I pull this card, I'm feeling things haven't been terribly easy really. And so your situation is healing. I also feel that you are actively trying to heal yourself and heal your situation. And because Hilarion has come in, who is an amazing healer, that is going to work out and it's going to be divinely guided and supported. It says, honor your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. And this is it. This is a lot like what I was saying on the last card. Actually, there's nothing selfish in putting yourself first and healing yourself, you know, getting your life the way you want it to be, getting in a place that you feel comfortable. Nothing selfish at all, because by doing that, you can give a lot more to the world. In fact, your light will just emanate more and more. So that is one card. Oh, where's the box? Where's the box? I try and keep them in their boxes, otherwise by the end of the video I've just got cards all over the floor and I have to try and find them. Okay, going with Tarot in Wonderland as well, and I'm asking for a card for you as well. Okay, you have most definitely got Native American guides, Vixen, because Twig Brother has joined me at this point. Okay, Page of Pentacles. Here it is. Right, so it's a youthful energy. It's basically, it's early in the day, but the journey of your journey towards kind of being in a better place, not just financially, but in terms of abundance, having more abundance. Your journey is, you're early on in that journey, but you are getting there, most definitely. Okay, Vixen, I really hope that helps you, my friend. I'm just moved to pull another one. Hey, another Pentacles card. Right, Queen of Pentacles. Right, and the story behind the Queen of Pentacles in Tarot in Wonderland is basically you've got to reach out and take what's yours. She's a shopkeeper here, but she doesn't let Alice, she doesn't actually serve Alice. She makes Alice take something that she wants off the shelf. So reach out for what you want, okay? All about what would feel like being selfish, but isn't really selfish, because it's going to allow you to give more to people. I can see you doing more and more as a healer, Vixen, basically. That's really the strongest feeling I get about that. Okay, Cheryl Compass is asking, excuse me, may I have a card, please? And by the way, guys, I just want to emphasize, you know, everyone's welcome. I am trying different times at the moment, just, you know, because it's like, I'll tell you what, it's about 2:45 in the afternoon here in UK, but I'm really blessed. I love working with Americans and Canadian people as much as I'm working with Brits as well, but it's just wonderful to connect with you guys, and that's why I'm trying these different times. So I guess it is about 8:45 a.m. Central. Okay. Right, another deck. Lucky, I've got lots of decks. Gonna go with daily guidance from your angels at this point, Cheryl. I always let spirit kind of draw me to the right deck to use. Okay, this is an old Doreen Virtue deck, and I know she's renounced it all and gone crazy, but quite honestly, she was carrying the truth with her for a long time. The truth kind of burns people out, and I think that's what's happened to her. But this deck is absolutely full of truths. Right. Wow. This could be fun. Relationship. Cheryl, relationship. And it says, your primary relationship is with yourself and God, and every other relationship follows from there. To attract, heal, or balance a relationship, if that's what you want to do, then snuggle more closely with your loving creator. As you feel safe and loved within, so shall your other relationships bloom and prosper. Always good advice channeled by Doreen when she was still working for us before she went over to the other side. And just got this, you know, sitting off, you know, hugging the unicorn, Cheryl, because that unicorn is going to take you on more and more of a positive journey. Wow, my screen just cut out there. But I like this connection. It's still not very good, but at least it doesn't cut me dead. It just cuts off for a second. So that is no bad thing. All the very best to you. Matt, of course, I've got time. Let me just click on that. Oh, I've gone off again. Come on, internet. There we Right, okay, yeah. Well, you've pulled loads plenty to me. That means plenty to you, I hope, Matt. In fact, I'm going to do you an oracle, and then I'm going to do you a tarot as well. Okay. The temple, Matt. It says devotion. Tune in to the portal of your heart. Okay, and for some reason, as I pull this, I'm hearing an old song called "The Captain of Her Heart," which is from crazy old song from about 40 years ago, I think. But who is the captain of your heart, Matt? You've got to be the captain of your own heart, the master of your own destiny, I guess. This is almost feels like the magician card for you. It's nothing like the magician card, but that's the feeling I get from it, you know. In a temple, that is where you've got all those tools, Matt. Keep on looking within yourself. That's the thing that matters. All the things you're trying to succeed with are going to go further, work better, and bring you more success if you use the tools you've got in your heart. Okay, that's what's really important. But let me do you a Muse tarot card at the same time, Matt, because I think that's where it's at. Don't know why your message has gone off the screen. I'm going to try and put it back. For some reason, things are flickering a lot with the internet, so I might have to draw this to a close soon. Although we are nearly up to an hour, so no bad thing I get. 6 of voices, Matt. Okay, I'm going to have to just remind myself what the voices are. I think it's the 6 of swords. Let me check. Let me be clear, and let me get it right. Yeah, voices, swords. So it's the 6 of swords, Matt. All right, you probably know more about the 6 of swords than I do, particularly because this relates quite closely to what you're going through in your life at the moment. Lots of thinking going on, but 6 is such a positive number, really. And you can see it's kind of spiky energy, but this lady, the spikes aren't actually touching this lady in the card at all. And we have got what looks to me like the moon at the top. I'll have to research this deck some more. I'm always learning about it. But basically, we've got these 3 spikes here, and then a bit higher up, we've got a pyramid, which, if you think about it, is another kind of spike, but it's about bringing energy to a head. All these thoughts, all these feelings going on in your heart and in your mind and in your life at the moment, Matt, are actually reminding you that you do have all the spiritual tools you need to do the work you want to do and to bring the success you want to bring. That really will come. This lady is also wearing a tiara, so I don't know, she's kind of crowned there. All very feminine. Of course, every man has a feminine side, every woman has a masculine side. Things aren't clear cut like that. So, Matt, I hope that's helped you, my friend. As we're getting late in the show, I'm getting a bit kind of running out of. See, my guides never run out of energy, but I do, and I'm getting there. Ron Walsh, hello. Haven't seen you for a while, mate. Thanks for joining us. Hi, I've just found you again. I would be grateful to know if my partner and I will get back on track. Let's go in with a pendulum at this point. Okay, great to see you, Ron. Hope life's treating you well. The pendulum sort of twirls on the string. It's got a string instead of a chain, and it has to twirl a bit before it sorts out. Right. Will Ron and his partner get back on track, please? Wow, this is quite a complex answer for a pendulum. Right, it's hardly moving for one reason in particular, which is a good reason, which is essentially there's nothing much to worry about. But it's what I'm seeing, Ron, is that there's a bit of a dance going on, you know. When a male and a female cat meet, they'll sort of prowl around each other for quite a while before they actually either become friends or don't become friends. And it's going to be like that, okay? It's a positive. The pendulum was doing a circle there, but it's just there's going to be a lot of kind of messing around along the way to it. I feel strongly that it's actually a positive thing and a positive direction to go in for you, though. Ron, and I believe it's all going to work out. Just going to cut the deck and bring you a tarot card. Right, okay, this makes sense. The Hermit, number 9 in the major arcana, the Hermit. And what happens in this card, because it all relates to the story of Alice in Wonderland, there is Alice waving bye-bye to the night, who is also the Knight of Cups, and he's going out of her life, and she's sad to see him go, but he's coming back into her life again. That's the bottom line. It's almost like a hanged man situation, Ron, okay? That we haven't got the hanged man card here because neither of you is the hanged man, really. But, you know, you both want this to work out. And it's going to work out. It's just going to take some more time, some more serious thought. Okay. But the commitment is there, I feel, Ron, both on your side and on your partner's side as well. And this card, the Hermit, is, you know, you're away from things from a time and then you come back. Okay. So it is going to work out. I think we're looking at quite a few months. I would think about months, Ron. Being told about 5 months till you really know where you're going with this. Okay, coming to Martin. Hi, Martin. Sorry I missed you when you first came on. It is a card pull, but you can ask a question, most definitely. I will wait for your question, right? Okay. Ron says, thanks, Andy. You're very welcome. Right. And April. April is saying, so nice to see my soul family. Lots of love and hugs. And to you from us as well, April. And thanks very much for being with us at this crazy early hour. Seems to be working out. One day I'll catch Adrienne when she's not at work or driving somewhere. That's my affirmation. Hello, Donna Wittereed. Hello, SK. Martin, I will do your question if you type it in, friend. I'm going to go to SK right now. What's Sajal thinking about me? Do we have a future according to my guides? Okay, that's going to be a tarot question, this one, I feel. Four of Swords. Okay, right. Well, there's a lot of thought going on in the Four of Swords, and I'm going to say that Sajal is thinking about you a lot, yeah? Thinks a lot of you, if you know what I mean. Thinks highly of you. That is what I'm saying. The thing for you to do is stop worrying about it and make like the character in the card who's having a nice sleep against the tree, okay? Because things are going to work out. Try and be at peace with that one. As you know, if you possibly can, just breathe deep, SK, because things look like they're going to be fine there. They really do. Okay, but Swords, always a lot of thought going on, but in this case I want to say Sajal thinks a lot of you, so fear not. Okay, here we go then. Martin, I wanted to ask, is Sneaky Dave reading my Discord messages, or has he really gone? Okay, let's tackle that with the pendulum. I don't know why I'm smiling. Something about internet messages makes me kind of chuckle a bit because things get overblown on the internet. You know, people are much more strident and out there in their opinions than they would otherwise be. Okay, so what have we? First part of the question, is Sneaky Dave reading my Discord messages, please? Yes, he is. So I guess that means he hasn't really gone. So I'm going to say is, will he go? Yes, but not for a while. Tell you what, though, Martin, right? I get a strong spirit message feeling about this, that things are going to be okay. You know, there's only so much people can do when they're sneaky. Sooner or later, they get caught out. And there's a lot of pressure on sneaky people. They can't remember the lies they've told. They can't remember the codes they've found to get into places they shouldn't be. They lose their keys because they're under pressure. So don't worry. You come out on top here, Martin. I know it. Okay, Martin says, thanks. You're very welcome, mate. Friends, we are drawing things to a bit of a close at the moment because we're coming up to an hour and I have learned not to push it too much past an hour. Miss S. Foskey, hello. Always great to meet a new friend. Welcome. Here we go then. Let's make this. This is going to have to be the last question of the session, friends. But if I've missed you, please come back soon. I'm going to come back soon. I know it. We'll do another live stream and we'll get some more answers for some more questions. But right now, Miss Foskey. Great morning. Good. Is it? Yeah, it's actually raining here, but it was a great morning here. I'm in UK and it's afternoon now. Absolutely chucking it down with rain, but it was a lovely morning. Is there something I need to be doing that I'm missing? Okay. All right. Well, we started with the Muse Tarot. Let's do the last one with the Muse Tarot. Okay. I haven't pulled a card yet. I'm still shuffling, but I think there is. Right? And what you've got is you've got a niggling feeling, which is your subconscious reminding you about something. So it's not something you're totally in the dark about, bottom line. Okay. 3 of Materials. Right, this is the 3 of Pentacles. Right, you're making steady progress. Okay. The thing you really need to be doing is just keep going. Okay, just keep on going, because there is good steady progress when we get the 3 of Pentacles. It's leading you to abundance. It really is. But it's taking its time. And that's cool, because when you eventually reach the full point of getting your just reward, as it were, from life, and getting into that stream of abundance, you want to stay there. You want it to keep working. Okay, so what you need to do is you keep working now, and then the abundance will keep working for you, and you'll get there. Really kind of positive feeling about that. I'm feeling that there's some fairly strong emotions going on there as well, actually, at the moment. Now then, how can I put this? I don't mean this in a bad way at all, all right? It's all love and light and positive here. This is how we work. I'm feeling that your emotions are getting on top of you, and I feel that there's a fair bit of confusion just caused by the fact that your emotions are getting on top of you. Not a crime that happens to all of us. It's the nature of human life. We are emotional creatures. I'm just saying, try and kind of ask yourself, be frank with yourself. You don't have to tell me or any of us, just be frank with yourself. Are you getting over emotional about something, which may not mean bursting into tears, as there are just too many thoughts going on that are making it difficult for you to find your way through the situation you're in at the moment? Okay, ask yourself that. But the card, 3 of Materials, 3 of Pentacles. Material success is finding you at the moment. Some of it's found you already, but you ain't seen nothing yet. You're going to go onwards and upwards, and you're going to be making more things happen. So, okay. Indeed, keep on keeping on. Thank you kindly. And thank you kindly again for coming in and joining us. Hope we see you again. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button, because it'd be lovely to be in touch with you. There are more videos coming up all the time. So guys, if you haven't smashed that like button, please do. If you haven't smashed that subscribe button, please do it. And don't forget to ring that bell so you get all the notifications. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Going to draw this one to a close here. And April says thank you. Beverly says thank you. Many people saying thank you. And I want to say a massive thank you to you guys for being here on this live session today. Hope I haven't woken you up too early in the morning. Excuse me. I'm still experimenting with times, but this has been a belter. I've enjoyed this one. AQ says wonderful energy today, Andy. Thank you, Adrienne. Thank you, Matt. Don't forget to check out Matt on Live Tarot. And don't forget to check out Michelle's channel as well, because that is going to be good stuff. I'm going to check out that one as well. So thanks again, guys. Have great fun, as much fun as humanly possible in this crazy world at the moment. Try and keep smiling. Try and keep looking up, okay? Because the answers are up there, not down there, okay? I hope the Great Spirit will make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you, in the words of a very old medieval prayer. Hi, Kaz. Oh, Kaz, I'm just about to go. But hey, thanks for coming in, Kaz. Thanks to all of you. Thanks, Donna. Thanks, Ron. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you again in a future video. Love and light, blessings, and peace.